Good afternoon, beautiful people. We are live. Let's go. Hoosiers. Natty, going for the natty, baby. We're going to discuss our offense against their defense, against Miami's defense, and our defense against their offense, and all that good stuff. Man, what a time to be a Hoosier fan for football. Can't believe this. Going to the national championship. Let's go. Started off with Miami's offense. Carson Beck. Really good professional style quarterback. They're fifth in the nation with a time of possession of 34 minutes. That's to be a key to this game. They have a really good offensive line, Miami does. Big boys, a lot of big boys up front. Wide receivers, Fletcher, Brown, and Marion. Tony and Daniels and Marion, the wide receivers. One person that you have to worry about is the Tony. He does a lot. He's really quick out of the backfield as a wide receiver. Go ahead. Thinking I'm crazy right now.
No, I just think you repeat yourself a little bit too much, Bobby.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, the kid's quick, but it ain't something to draw your head on.
Yeah.
Okay, like I've said before, I mean, they use the kid for a lot of things because he's small and he's fast.
Right.
You know, I mean, he's still young at heart.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it might bite me in the ass later on when I say it, but, you know, he took a few hits from Ole Miss, and he had to go step to the sideline.
Yeah, one thing I think we'll have to key on in this game is stopping Fletcher in the running game, because a lot of their offense is a play-action pass.
They're a read and react offense. It's RPO.
Yeah, Fletcher and Brown both are good running backs.
They're all right.
They're all right. Can our defense stop that offense running game? What do you think?
You mean something we run on a day-to-day basis?
Yeah.
I'm being honest. You know, if this is just me, okay? And as you can tell, you can look at me right now. You can see that I've been up all night.
Yeah. I can see you're in a mood.
You can see that I'm tired.
Yeah.
And I'm sick. You know, I traveled a lot this month. So, whenever they were playing Ole Miss, right, they do this thing, and they do a lot of wide receiver screens with this kid.
Yeah.
And that's going to be the key to the game. They're going to try to get the ball to him.
Yeah.
They're going to try, right? Sticking Pawns or Farrell or somebody on there that is just as fast as this kid is going to be a game changer, because then they're going to have to run the ball. Then that means you got Hardy, you got Bones Jones, and you got Fisher.
Right.
Okay. They have some good wide receivers. Beck can toss the ball if he has time. If he doesn't have time, he gets happy feet. He just tosses it. He doesn't care where.
Yeah, he's like 45% on third down if he's rushed.
Right, and then you have this too. Ole Miss, they did really well on scheming and getting Miami's offensive line crooked. You know, and that's something that we're really good at doing. We're good at having a QB spy right there. And if you come and try to step up in the pocket, one of us is going to hit you, and we're going to hit you hard. This is going to be a very physical game.
It's going to be probably the most physical game we've had besides
Iowa, Penn State,
Oregon, Ohio State. Yeah.
I mean,
I'm be honest, I'm a little nervous about this game with the matchup wise for our defense against their offense. They have a really good running game. Very good, and their wide receivers are good. What do you think?
We played the top in the nation in receiving.
Yeah.
2 very good top receiving in the nation teams, Oregon and Ohio State. How many balls did they get off with Sane and Jeremiah Smith? Not very many.
Not very many.
He got targeted twice that whole game.
Yeah, it's gonna be funny. They've been saying that they're gonna go after D'Angelo Ponds, which is gonna be dangerous for them. But
if they want to try that, make that one-on-one matchup, by all means, try it. You want that matchup, you're gonna have to get it.
Right.
I mean, you have really good secondaries in the backfield there. It's not only going to be Ponds.
Jamari Sharp, Farrell.
You got some guys out there that are
Boykin.
That are thirsty. They want something. They didn't get much action with Oregon. Right. They want something.
Yeah, it's true. One thing that will have to stop on Miami's defense is Mesidor and Bain. I mean, they're really good on the defensive end positions. We'll have to have our tackles high alert. Maybe we go into a 2 tight end set. With Sales. What do you think?
Oh man, I see a lot of fly routes, a lot of go routes,
A lot of go routes.
Force them. Force the pass. That's something that Trinidad didn't have. Now, let me remind you something here. Okay. That game, right? Ole Miss versus Miami. Ole Miss was one of the teams that had trouble tackling. It was like that all year. They had problems tackling. That's something that we don't have a problem with. They picked apart Ohio State, but Ohio State was coming off of a loss from Indiana. A lot of kids transferred and left. They want to go to a winning program, whatever it is. Ole Miss, they had problems tackling.
Yeah, we're really good at tackling. That's one thing that we are really good at. Indiana's very good at tackling. I mean,
we're good at tackling and forcing the ball out. If the ball is out there in the open, we're hitting the ball.
We're going to have to face probably the biggest back we've had to face this year, though, in Fletcher. 220 plus pounds. So we're going to have to stop that run.
Yeah, I mean, we're going to have to stop the run. We're going to have to capitalize on getting Carson back, off his feet. And again, like you said, stopping the run. They have some really good passes. They're going to try a lot of RPO and stuff against us. They have a very unique offense, I should say.
They have a pro-style offense.
They have it's an isolated base and read and react offense. So that is RPO,
right?
Misdirection, right? They're going to have a lot of different shifts with that Malachi kid, right? Is that what his first name is Malachi? Tony?
Yeah.
That Tony kid. They're going to try to get our safeties and our linebackers to react so it blows up the coverage and what we have. We cannot have that.
Yeah, that's true. Our defensively, IU is plus 21 on turnover rate ratio, which this game is going to come down to that, I think.
What, the defense?
Our defense against their offense.
Man, yeah. See, this is one of those other ones like that makes me super nervous about. They have that big lineman, number 70. He's 6'9".
He's a huge guy.
Yeah, and this is who's making it happen. Though. It's Carson Beck.
Yeah.
He's been in these areas before.
He's been in these games before.
7 years to be intact. Okay. But there's always been one problem, again, and I keep repeating myself, is that if you take out the captain of the team, they're not going to know what to do.
Yeah.
I'm by any means, I'm not saying hurt him.
Just make him worried.
Make him worried, make him have mistakes.
Yeah, he gets happy feet if he gets rushed, big time, and we're been very well at Haynes and Kuntz getting pressure on the quarterbacks.
Yeah, definitely. So I know our boys are ready. They're leaving out Friday, so tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So it's going to be. I know Haynes and offensive coordinators and
Shanahan.
Man say he's probably watching film over and over and over again. He's a film junk, so I'm still worried. I'm still nervous. I would express it more if I wasn't tired and not feeling good, but I'm really nervous.
I am more nervous about this game. Our running back room is very good on offense. I think that it's going to be a big game for Hemby and for Black this game. Black's, I think he's only 40 some yards away from getting reaching 1,000-yard season. It'd be nice to see him get that. Our offensive line is very good. So, I expect us to do well against that pass rush of Miami. What do you think?
I think that, we've seen this before. A few teams that we played out of the Big Ten, the kind of pass rush they got, and considering, like Penn State and Iowa and Oregon and all that,
Right.
It's very similar in many ways.
Yeah.
So if you're looking at it, they do that zero blitz all the time. They'll try to get our linemen spread apart so they can get a linebacker through. Or they're going to try to flip-flop. They're going to... You know what I seen against the film against Ole Miss is that they did the same thing that Oregon did to us in trying to shift their guys to make us jump off sides.
Right.
Or if they've been in the film room, they know to shift what side they believe we're going to run at.
Yeah.
They're going to do that too. This game's going to be definitely, I feel like, an offense game. I know defense wins games, but, I hope Mendoza's locked in. I hope Surratt's locked in. We need to make them have mistakes.
Yeah.
That their backfield, their secondaries there are young. So if we can get the one-on-one matchups, you know what I mean?
Yep.
That's where it's going to go.
Our wide receiver core is really good. With Surratt, Coop, E.J. Williams, Charlie Becker.
Yeah.
We have a really good receiving core, and even coming out of the backfield, Hemby is a great receiver. So is Black, which I think is going to be a lot of this game.
Yeah.
To slow down the rush.
Yeah, Black's definitely going to have a big game this game. He's going to be doing a lot. He's going to be tired, so hopefully Hemby can step up, and help with that rush aspect, but
It's crazy to think that Fernando's only had 5 incompletions in this playoff run.
yeah, yeah, it has been crazy, and I'm very interested to see coming up on Monday at 7:30 how this is gonna come out to be.
But yeah, so I have some questions I put have here. Is what do you think can Fernando Mendoza continue his great postseason? Was only 4 incompletions and 8 touchdowns.
Well, this is a game where you don't want to have mistakes.
Right.
You're gonna have to give it full bore. Everything you've ever learned coming here to Indiana University, you need to utilize it.
Right.
I know people like a close knit game, but I think it's gonna mean more to us if it's an absolute blowout. Also a statement run.
Yeah, this game I think is gonna be really close. I think it's gonna come down to the last 4 minutes of the game. Um, I really do think that we have to
This is gonna be a chess match.
chess match. Whoever comes out in the second half, it's gonna be huge in that part. It does have the makings of Indiana winning by 2 touchdowns to me, but you don't think so?
No, I hate that dang actuator thing, whatever it is. Whenever they're sitting there, the matchup predictor. I hate that crap, man.
I wasn't talking about that.
Oh, I thought you were. I was like, what?
No, they only have us by a touchdown.
They only have us by a touchdown?
Yeah, I was saying 2.
You're saying 2.
Yeah.
There is a whole there. Is there something I can throw at you? No. This is if we can show up in the second half and completely tire out Miami's defense, it's going to be a whole different game. They have a defensive coordinator that used to coach with Coach Sick.
Yeah, from JMU.
This is going to be a chess game, Dad. This is the thing about football. It is a chess game between coaches, and the players are the ones who make it happen. Who's going to make it happen?
One thing I like to see IU do this game is use tempo.
Yeah.
If we could tire out that defensive line, that'd be huge.
Yeah, because there was one team that they faced that did that, and it was Louisville. It was 24-21. Louisville won that game.
Yeah.
Who, ended up being 5-1. SMU did the same thing, but they won in overtime. SMU won in overtime. They do that too. They barely beat Notre Dame, 27-24.
Yeah, this game has the makings to a great game.
Mm-hmm.
Carson Beck is an old guy that can really pick apart a defense if he has time. He's seen a lot of defense in his life. Fletcher, as a running back, I'm really worried about him. He has breakaway speed, and the other back that they have is just Brown is another really good running back. I'm curious to see if we can do like what Ole Miss did to Miami, because they gave up big running plays. So I mean, I'm really interested to see if we can do that also.
Here's the thing. We're not Ole Miss.
Right.
Okay. Like, here's another thing that bugs the crap out of me. Yes, Ole Miss is a great football team. They ended up winning last-minute field goal against Georgia.
Yep.
Again, SEC is out. Miami won that game off of mistakes.
Right.
The field goal kicker missed right off the post. He didn't go and dust his post off before the game. That's why he missed it.
Yeah.
That field goal would have been a whole different story. We would have been playing Ole Miss today. On Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Those are the type of things that I'm talking about. They had 2 touchdowns off of a run. Ole Miss's offense had a run right up the gut for a 65-yard run.
Yeah.
Here's the thing about Miami is that they run this 5-2, they run this 4-3, they run this 4-2-5, right? But that's something different. Now, if we were in Miami's shoes, based on what I've watched on film and watching that game as a whole, we would have killed Ole Miss.
I agree with that.
Okay, this is a game where, again, I am nervous, and I'm not talking down Miami. They're in the championship game for a reason, right? But slants, misdirection, RPO, getting Black or Hemby up the gut, where their defensive line has problems with. They have real bad problems on reading the misdirections, the secondaries that makes the play for them.
Yeah, safeties come in.
So if we can get their safety to drop in, you know what that means, right? That's a one-on-one coverage. That's man. Because they're reading for a run.
Right.
Right? So if you're breaking down Miami's defense, you don't want a one-on-one matchup with Surratt, Becker, Coop, EJ. You don't want that.
Right. Well, they're known to play a lot of zone.
Yes, they're known to play a lot of zone, but I've seen a lot of man against Ole Miss.
Yeah.
What made them think? And I mean, their secondaries are good, their cornerbacks are good, their safeties are good, their linebackers are good. But what? Because I also want to hear an opinion from you too, Dad. What do you think that they're gonna do against us? Because Miami's a very diverse team.
Yeah.
They can run a lot of different things. Now, is it going to be completed? Is the question. I can say that we have more speed than Notre Dame. We have more speed than Louisville.
Yeah.
We have more speed than SMU. What are these cornerbacks going to do against the best wide receiver core? Because I would call Ohio State a good wide receiver core, but they lost.
Right.
The best wide receiver core they're going to face. What do you think is going to happen?
I think they're going to try to play zone and keep everything in front of them. I really do. I think that they'll play zone and they'll try to get pressure from the inside. Maybe linebackers, defensive ends. I really do think that they're going to play zone against us. Cover 3, cover 2.
Yeah, that's another thing that hurts you, though, because if you're playing cover 2 or cover 3, then now you have to worry about tight ends.
Yeah. Yeah. I think they're going to keep everything. They want to keep everything in front of them. They're going to do a bend, don't break defense against us. You know, one thing that we're really good at is the red zone. And Miami's defense hasn't been very good in the red zone. So, I mean, I think that's what it's going to come down to. 7 points instead of 3 points. And, our red zone efficiency is 90%, which is an unbelievable stat for a college football team. But I think that that's what I think that we'll have to do to stop them, to run for us to get points, it's going to be getting down the field, getting first downs, a lot of first downs. Time of possession is going to be key in this game. Keeping that Carson Beck offense off the field. That's what I really think that we'll need to do. Now, defensively, I think that we'll have to, shut down that running game. I've said it over and over again, but if we shut down that running game and make them one-dimensional, that's going to be huge, because I think that defensively we'll play some man against them just because our cornerbacks are really good and we can blitz out of it. If we can keep Carson Beck on edge, he has a hard time. If he has pressure on him, he has a hard time with pressure. Just notice that all season long with his play. Once he gets pressured, he has a hard time, like many quarterbacks do. But if we can get in there on him and hit him really hard a couple times, I think that our defense will be successful against Miami offense.
Yeah.
It's going to be hard to do. They have really good offensive linemen, and Ndukwe is going to be a key to this game. I really think so.
He's so fast.
He is so fast. He's going to be able to beat the big tackles.
For being a sophomore, that kid at defensive end, he's fast.
He's really a fast kid. It's going to be amazing to see. Hopefully Kamara's okay. I haven't seen anything that said he's not. But our defensive front is with Hoosier, Wheeler, Ratcliffe. It's going to be huge. Mario Lundino,
he's out for blood too.
He's out for blood. Yeah, I mean our defensive front is going to have an amazing game this game for us to win this game. Mm-hmm. That's what I really think. I think that Aiden Fisher is such a good, by the third quarter or so, Aiden Fisher's so smart that he picks up their lingo on the offensive side, what they're calling, on the line of scrimmage, and tells our defense what to do.
That's a true captain.
He's a true leader of the defense. He's so intelligent that it's going to be a shame if he doesn't make it to the pros. I think he will. Because he is just that. He's really good at the position, and it's going to be fun to watch some of these guys on Sundays play.
Yeah, it will be, and I'm very excited to watch the draft.
Me too.
So,
I wonder if Carter Smith's going to stay. That's one thing I wanted to ask. Because I was looking, we picked up a really good offensive lineman.
Yeah, Joe Burner.
Yeah, and that helps it. That helps our offensive line. If Carter Smith stays, I still see a need for a tackle. But
get him off the field for a little bit, let him take a break.
Yeah. So it's gonna be interesting to see.
Yeah,
this game.
This game's gonna be very interesting. Like you said, key points of this game is stopping the run, get back on get them some happy feet, force turnovers.
Yeah, our turnovers are amazing.
And we're gonna have to really utilize the time clock against this team. Get them moving, get them breathing hard, because that's when mistakes start happening. Show them, and another thing is to show them why we're here.
Right.
And I've been listening to all these different people talking and saying that we haven't faced anybody, we haven't done anything, we got lucky against Penn State, which that one I agreed to. We got lucky against Iowa, I agree to that one too. But I personally see a different aspect to all this. We showed the heart, determination, and what we want. Then also them blaming us for cheating and how old our guys are.
Yeah.
You guys can't talk shit whenever Carson Beck's over here should be in the NFL already, but he's stuck around for another year in Miami with a 21-year-old girlfriend.
Did you see the? They were putting part of our cheating thing was whatever that was Fernando was putting on his hands.
Yeah.
It was chalk. It was chalk. Drying his hands up.
Yeah.
This would be interesting to see how many fans show up.
Yeah, I'm truly interested. It seems like, it from what it seems like, right? Dad, I'd be 100% honest with you. That's a lot of money, and I don't know if our people are going to show up. Now, they gave off tickets to the school.
Yeah, the students have $200 tickets.
Yeah, and
it'd be cool for the students to go down there and see that game.
Yeah, and I'm worried about our people not being able to go down there because of how much those tickets are. Granted, we have a lot of, multi-millionaire, multi-billionaire, we have a lot of people that are there that actually are showing up to the game. But even like what Mark Cuban said, he said that needs to be fixed. There shouldn't be a reason why, someone's paying $33,000 to go watch the college football playoff.
The 72 club. The 72 club.
Yeah.
That's when the Miami was undefeated.
Yeah.
But yeah, in the NFL, one thing that's interesting to me too is POTUS is showing up. President Trump's coming to the game. So people, you have to make sure you get there early. The security's going to be tight, and it's a tight security area anyway. It's tough to get for that stadium.
Where did you see President Trump's going to be there?
I saw it on the news. Yeah, Trump and Marco Rubio are coming. So that's going to be huge.
Yeah, that's going to be huge. He probably has a penthouse over there somewhere.
I'm sure he. Well, Key Largo's not that far away from there.
Yeah.
But yeah, so he's gonna be coming. I'm sure the traffic's gonna be nuts.
Yeah,
he's coming. So make sure you all
pre-warning for anybody that hasn't been to Florida. You thought 465 was bad?
95 and 75 are gonna be horrible. Especially down near Miami, A1A.
I am so happy that we are out of there.
The stadium's more at Fort Lauderdale area than Miami, so it's rough in Winter Gardens, Florida, Hard Rock.
Keep your guys' eyes on us. We'll get plenty of sleep. Don't try to make that trip in one night.
I tell you, when I went down there years ago, I went down there for a Bills game. It was even hard getting through.
Yeah.
Again, through the security there and everything else that was going on. They have they have 2 layers of security for your tickets and stuff.
I'm just more worried about Hoosiers leaving the night before.
Yeah.
Guys, listen to me, and my dad can fend for me. That is the hardest drive that I have ever taken my whole life, and I've done it multiple
Going through Atlanta, depending on where Decatur, Alabama is a good way to go.
Yeah, it's a great way to go. If you guys are going to go through Atlanta, and I hate that we're not talking about football, but I'll give you guys some insight because, we're family. Hoosier Nation's family.
Yeah.
Hit Atlanta between 2 and 3 a.m.
In the morning. Yeah.
Okay? Nothing more, nothing less.
And get gas before you hit Atlanta. Get Field before Atlanta.
I mean, y'all know we went. Indiana's been to Atlanta. We know.
Yeah.
I'm just warning y'all. I've taken this more trips than a trucker has. I've traveled 6,500 miles in this past month.
Yeah, you've been
Okay.
traveling full.
I'm at that point where this is how close in I am on this trip, is that I stop at the same exact gas stations around the same year. And most of the time a lot of the people know me. Cash register lady said, "You're back." And I was like, "Yeah." She goes, "Do you drive a truck?" And I was like, "My dad's truck."
Yeah, you've been making a lot of trips to Florida with the truck this year, that's for sure.
Yeah, it's about time for an oil change for my truck.
I'm about ready to maybe do one more trip down there. Still haven't been down there to bass fish yet. So I might have to do another one. My son's an arborist at the city, so he wouldn't be able to go with me. So he's gonna start going back to work now, so that's funny. Anyway, back to the game. Yeah, I just I use. We're gonna have to that Tony kid that he's a wide receiver. We're gonna have to neutralize him. Defensively, I hope we can do that.
Yeah, if we neutralize him, we don't make the fool of breaking our coverage, broken coverage in the secondary. Communication in this game is going to be key. This game is going to be super loud, and neutralizing him is going to be a big part of the game and getting back off his feet a little bit.
Yeah.
Just like at the Rose Bowl with Alabama, Ty Simpson was a great QB. He had a lot of people on there that, are just as fast as Malachi but didn't get the ball. That's the same aspect we're going to need because Carson Beck can run the ball too.
Yeah. He can.
And we're going to have to hit him hard. Let him know that, hey.
Let him know you're there.
Let him know you're there. You said a comment earlier about them throwing towards Pons or, battling him. Okay.
Yeah.
I mean,
they have top wide receiver. So, I mean,
let's
go.
If you get past Pons, you're going to have to worry about Farrell, and I promise you he does not care.
Yeah.
He does not care. That ball goes thrown over, you still got to worry about Moore.
He's good, yeah.
You still got to worry about Farrell.
Yeah.
Okay, you still got to worry about little Jamari Sharp. Little J.
Yeah.
He ain't had much action here lately. I think they might target him.
Yeah.
But Jamari Sharp is just as good as Pons. So
one thing that I think that IU's going to have to worry about on defense or on offense, I mean, is they use a lot of their cornerback blitzes coming from the outside. So I think that we'll have to, really concentrate on our running backs blocking well or tight end dropping back and blocking against that.
They're going to do the cornerback and middle linebacker.
Yeah.
They're going to have them two blitz because the running back can only pick up, one.
Mm-hmm. But
Mendoza's going to really have to have eyes in the back of his helmet. We're going to have to communicate to Mendoza when to run.
Yeah.
He's
been really good at escaping pressure this year.
Yeah, he really has. Mendoza actually faced Miami before. Did you know that?
No, I did not know.
When he played at Cal?
Uh-uh.
He won that game against Miami last year.
I did not know this.
So, Mendoza knows and has a take on what Miami does.
Right.
So that's something that, we're going to have to think about. So he knows what they're going to bring, and that kind of, doesn't affect me as much. This Indiana team's a lot different from Cal. But Mendoza has played against Miami, so he definitely knows the looks of what Miami can do.
Yeah, I wish we were going to this game live.
Man,
I wish we had a wealthy donor that would give us some tickets.
yeah, right. Yeah. Is that donor so happen to be going to this game?
Yes.
Is he?
Yeah.
That donor needs to stop being an asshole.
Jeez.
Love him like an uncle, but he's an asshole.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, he worked hard for his money.
he
so,
did.
So that I'm happy for him.
So, did we get through our questions for Miami and Indiana? Because I like to take over for a minute.
Okay, go ahead.
I would like to talk a little bit about the transfer portal.
Right. We can talk about that.
Because we have 20 minutes left.
20 minutes left.
So we got this kid, Joe Burner from Wisconsin. 4-star. That's pretty interesting. We've faced him before. He did really good against us. Smart kid,
Mm-hmm.
big boy. Joe Burner at 6'5", 317 pounds.
We got the beef, man.
Yeah.
Where's the beef? It's IU's line.
Yeah. He's ranked 143rd nationally.
Mm-hmm.
Ranked number 1 out of Wisconsin. So it's interesting.
It's interesting. It's starting to solidify the offensive line. Like I said, with Carter Smith, hopefully he stays because that will help, moving Bray Lynch to center, which will be interesting to me. But I think that we need some depth at the line position. I know that we have some very good freshmen coming in, true freshmen coming into there.
Yep.
We'll have to see. But yeah. So what other players would you like to talk about for the transfer portal?
We have a kicker, Patty McNear from Troy.
From Troy, yeah.
That's going to be, because I know we have a long snapper.
We had a long snapper come in too. Billy Gowers just came in.
He's going to be pretty interesting. I'm truly interested to see, how all this is mixing up because we know our coaches like quality over, stars.
Yeah.
We like, the discipline and following the dream that we have. I'm truly interested in that. AJ Harris, cornerback, 4-star out of Penn State. We've seen him before.
Yeah, he's very good cornerback.
Very good lockdown cornerback.
Yeah.
He's played in the big games before, so he doesn't really have that, the shakiness. This one I'm truly interested about. And he's only, again, he's 3-star from Tulane. Shaz Preston. Have you seen where he's from?
No.
He committed to Alabama. Transferred from Alabama to Tulane. Transferred to here. Very good wide receiver. Fast.
Very fast, huh?
He's 6 foot, 206 pounds. As a prospect, he was a 4-star prospect, 120 ranked nationally, ranked 20th wide receiver, and ranked 9 in Louisiana.
Yeah, then we got Nick Marsh coming in too.
Mm-hmm.
Nick Marsh is a hell of a wide receiver.
And then we have Beck staying.
Right.
Who else is staying?
Tyler Morris. I wonder if I doubt Cooper will stay.
I don't know. He hasn't declared. Well, he can't. He has to play the game first, and then he's going to declare.
Yeah. There's some big players that we need to really key on this off season, and it's trying to keep a couple of these like Carter Smith,
Yeah, and
Tyreek Tucker.
this is another one saying props to this kid because this shows who you are as a person. This is why I'm calling him out here and congratulating him for committing to Indiana and coming in through the transfer portal. Turbo Richardson,
Right.
he's going to Hoosier Alley to watch the game on Monday to take autographs and pictures and stuff. And that just shows you who he is as a person.
Right.
He's not looking for the fame. He generally sees what we have here and wants to be a part of it.
Yeah. He's gonna. I tell you, we'll have 3 really good backs again next year.
Mm-hmm.
If not 4, when you look at it. Because of course we have Beatty.
Mm-hmm.
He'll be here. He was injured this year, but Turbo Richard is going to be second. Then Kobe Martin is really interesting to me. He could be. He's going to be an amazing back too. So the 3 of them, 3-headed monster, there is going to be huge for us if we can stay healthy in that position.
Another thing is the one thing that spooks me, and I mean these guys, they're not very big. We
Mm-hmm.
like having those big, power back guys like Black and Hemby, that
Mm-hmm.
can run over you if they need to or be shifty if needed.
Mm-hmm.
Turbo is that guy. He's 5'11", 200 pounds. Some say 6 foot, but I always deduct 2 because they're standing in cleats.
Right.
He looks pretty good. Martin, Martin, I like him. I would like to see him come up and be our power back.
Yeah.
Because Martin, he's played in these big games.
Yeah.
And whenever he hits the hole,
he hits it hard.
He hits it hard, and he goes.
He goes. He might be a factor in this game too.
Yeah.
I really do think that he could be a factor in this game.
But I hate skipping over to next season already when we need to be worried about this season. But I am really interested to see what spring practice is going to look like. Because, man, talk about the battles that we're about to have just for these positions.
Right.
It's going to be nuts.
It's going to be interesting for the spring game, I think. I think the stadium's going to be like full board.
Fill the stadium like they do in Alabama and Georgia and Mississippi. And
have the watch party, have the tailgating before.
Oh man, let's get freaking plastered and go watch the spring game and see what's going on.
One position that I'm curious about is our tight end position because we're going to have a lot of young players there if we don't get another tight end.
Yeah, that was something I was thinking about last night. That we need a veteran tight end.
Yeah,
we need someone that has played that position to be there. I'm not down this guy from Miami, Brock. I've seen, and I misled that he has played in a couple of games.
Mm-hmm.
But, I would like to see a little bit, I would like to see a little bit more veteranship, in something like this. And he's a small tight end, too. Have you looked at him?
Yeah.
6'3", 245?
Yeah, he's not that big. Andrew Barker is someone that we had in our past that we've had on the team. He looks really good too. He'd be a redshirt freshman. But how about our defensive players that are coming in? Our defensive tackle and defensive ends that are coming into the program.
Until I can meet this guy, I'm gonna call him Chitty Chitty Bing Bang. Okay.
Chitty Chitty Bing Bang.
Bang Bang.
Who's that?
Chitty. Obi Iser from Kansas State.
Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
I'm gonna call him Chitty Chitty Bang Bang.
That's so funny. Yeah, we have some defensive ends coming in. Josh Burnham and Toby.
Toby
Usami?
Usasami? I'll have to listen to that. I'm sorry, brother. I probably murdered that last name. 4-star from KSU. Okay. I watched film on him earlier when we were in Florida, just kind of seeing what he's about. I've gone through a lot of these guys already. I've just been slacking because, I've been tired. But Toby, man, talk about an edge rusher, dude. He is fast.
He's a beast.
Like, I remember hearing on one of the announcers there whenever they were playing a game, he says if he doesn't get you once, he's going to make sure he gets you the second time.
Right.
And he proved it time. He didn't get one, right? And then that second play came around. He lit up that tackle, put the tackle on his ass, and went and got a sack. This kid, mental evaluation. He lit up a 6'6" tackle.
Yeah.
Put him on his butt.
That's awesome.
And went and got a sack. Dad. He lifted the tackle.
Yeah. Got his hands.
Put him
good.
On the ground and looked up at the QB.
You sit here.
I know that most times, a lot of these guys can't smile because they have a mouth guard in.
Right.
But if I could have zoomed in more, I swear I saw a smirk when he looked up at the QB.
That's funny.
Like, you're mine. So.
But yeah, we have a lot of good players coming in next year again. Just a couple of positions that I think that we have to fill up on, and that's offensive line. We got to, just for the depth reasons.
This Hoover kid, I really hope Alberto stays.
I hope Alberto stays too, because we need a good backup. I know that, Tyler Cherry's going to be here, and then we have a freshman, Jacob Bell. So, but I really hope that Alberto stays, just because he knows the system. If something happens, that we need to have someone to back up that knows the process.
Definitely. I personally think this is going to be another one of those battles. We were talking about a little bit of this whenever we were driving back from the airport. I hope he stays, just based on the fact that, this is going to be the starting position, and whoever shows it is going to get it. And that's how Coach Sig works.
Right.
If you're going to show up and show me each and every single day that you are ready and want to play, and Alberto has the time, he already has the time, this is going to be the proven sake, and I hope Mendoza, big brother,
Fernando,
says to him, stay.
Yeah. Actually, Alberto out of high school was better than Fernando, which is crazy. And Tom Cristobal, the coach from Miami, used to play with Fernando's dad.
Yeah.
So he knows these kids very well.
Yeah. So that I hope that big brother tells him to stay.
I hope
Fernando
so too.
tells Alberto to stay.
I mean, Alberto wouldn't be the worst thing for you to stay, and next year this would be your offense. I mean, I really think that, just one more year of watching film, learning the game a little better would do you wonders. I really hope that you stay.
And man, if he does stay, he's gonna have a lot of quality time to play. He's gonna have a lot of time to play. And I think that's his worry, His brother's having this, Heisman moment, and then you have this kid, Josh Hoover coming in from TCU who has 3,400, passing yards. And he's probably thinking to himself, well, how do I complete with that? It's going to be one of those mindsets, and this is football, that, I got to do better. I got to be faster. I got to work harder in the film room, work harder in the weight room, work harder, passing the ball, getting those completions. That's what's going to win. That's what's going to win coaches over.
Yeah.
Is the competitiveness that you have on the field. And I can speak that.
Yeah.
I'm like a lot of you guys. I'm small. But man, I'm fast.
You are fast. Still
No.
fast.
For 166 pounds, I am still fast.
Yeah. But yeah, this game, we got Miami Hurricanes national championship 7:30 on Monday. They sold out Assembly Hall for a watch party.
Sold out
in 3
Hoosier
hours.
Alley.
Sold out Hoosier Alley. Every bar in town is gonna be packed.
Mm-hmm.
So it's gonna be amazing. I know there's watch parties happening all over the nation. I've talked to friends of mine in the Florida, Central Florida area that they're having watch parties there.
Orlando,
Miami,
Fort Lauderdale. You got Port St. Lucie.
We have a ton of alumni in Central Florida area, so there's a lot of people are going to be watching watch parties there. On a lot of alumni that live in Tampa Bay area, I know there's going to be watch parties there. It's going to be crazy.
And
they should, you know what they should do on ESPN is scan the watch parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like scan the Assembly Hall being packed. They're here to watch the Hoosiers at this, Assembly Hall packed. That'd be kind of cool.
How they're going to do that. Being completely honest with you.
Just what the screens? It'd be all four corners of the screens.
True. Feel bad for the people that are like right there because then you're going to stand like this the whole night.
Yeah, because it's hard to see that screen. You have to lean back, watch it. But and the people in the balcony,
they're gonna be
way up top. But yeah, it's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be amazing, everybody. Like I said,
wait, one more thing before you get off of here. I'm scrolling through Facebook last night, right?
Mm-hmm.
And IU took away all the fish from the mermaid fountain.
From the fountain, from all the dolphins. Yeah, they took the dolphins out this time. If people don't know the dolphin story, that they it's been taken a couple of times when we won the national championship. They took it, and then they took it again later on, and they just found it 2 years ago. One of the dolphins, they found it out of the fountain. It was at a fraternity house.
Yeah,
it's been here for a number of years.
They found the other one at the football field.
Yeah,
I thought that was funny.
Yeah,
that's probably what's going to happen. I'm not going to lie to you.
They're gone.
They're going to take the mermaid.
They're going to take the mermaid?
I think so.
Wow, that'd be heavy. You'd have to have a heavy duty truck for that.
Well, listen, you're in Indiana.
You're Indiana boys. There's a lot of big one-ton trucks with lifts on them.
Oh man, you got some crane guys in there too,
right?
You got engineers here too. It's okay.
It's okay. But yeah, please don't do that.
Don't do that. But no, I want to.
There's cameras. There's cameras everywhere down there now.
It's gonna be crazy here, y'all. Drive safe. Don't drink and drive. If we do come out and do this, everybody get home safe.
Right.
It's the last thing we need here in Bloomington. Right. This is a family. Hoosier Nation's a family. We all gotta look out for each other.
Yeah.
And don't do anything that I wouldn't do. And that is a lot.
That's scary. That's scary. Well, everybody, we're going to end it here. Like and share, subscribe, please. At starting next week or a week after, we'll probably be doing just one show a night. Get through the transfer portal. Additions that because we still have a couple days we have 5 days after the championship game for transfer portal, so we'll be extended. We'll talk about that, and hopefully on Tuesday we'll be able to talk about an IU victory.
Hopefully,
again over Miami. So everybody that's going down there, enjoy yourselves, have a good time. Like I said, get there early. Traffic's gonna suck. Make sure that you get to the game early because it's really a crazy entrance to that stadium, how strict it is to get through it. So, okay, thank you. Like and subscribe. Go Hoosiers. Let's beat Miami Hurricanes down. So let's go. Goodbye, everybody.